Okay, I think we are ready to go. This looks like a good town. It's been a long time since I have streamed City Skylines. I want to say it's been over a year. And honestly, I haven't really played City Skylines in a long time either. But I started playing it while I was on vacation. I'm like, you know, I miss this game. I miss just having fun building stuff. I don't quite miss the loading times, but you know, for a modern game, I'm actually used to long loading times. Like, in general, all games seem to have long loading times. We're just about done. Okay, so we are on a cold map. I specifically chose a cold map because I want some of the added difficulty. No, I... Oh, we're on a hilltop. Okay. We're on a hilltop. Interesting. So future planning, I could break this lake open and put hydropower here. Yeah, I could do that. Okay. God, that was loud. Let's turn the music down a little. Is that ambient music? Apparently that's ambient music. And not... Okay, whatever. So... First things first, I need to be very cautious about my money in the early game. This is the only road I've got. I'm gonna have industrial go out over here. And this will be residential. Okay. Something like that. And this will all be commercial. tossing residential. I'll make that commercial too. Eventually my goal will be all eco power, but this early in the game, that's not something I can ascribe for. Let's start the game, start getting some money coming in. I need sewage. Just have the sewer go down the hill. Ah, let's try it. Oh no, wrong way, wrong way! The fuck are you? You're a bear. Bear with me here. Ah. I do get a small refund. That is good. Got some wind power. I'm curious to see if that starts operating. Just have water gushing down the side of the hill. That's fine. This is fine. Speed up the simulation a little. My goal is to get to where I can raise taxes as quickly as possible. Hello, Dougie Fresher. How are you doing? I hope you're... Today's Monday, right? Yeah, I hope your Monday is treating you well. Oh no, we're about to run out of money. I'm doing pretty good myself. My work week is half over, so I am looking forward to my weekend. We just started a new game of City Skylines, and I'm hoping I can make some money quickly. I might have just... Okay, so that does pump out water. Cool. What's a good way to make some quick money? Got a question. I might have an answer. I really don't want to have... Here, let me... Get rid of that, and that can be... This is on Steam. I bought it through Steam. I think it's also on the Epic Game Store. But yeah, odds are our games are gonna be on Steam. How's the traffic? Traffic is so far 0. We just started. Okay, yeah, I don't know anything about the Epic Game Store. The only game I play on Epic is Fortnite. Otherwise, like, I'll I'll get the free weekly game, but I don't typically play those games. No. In order to play it on PS4, is it on PS4? You would have, in order to play it on a console, you would have to buy it through the console store. And yeah, it is on PS4. So you'd have to buy it through the Sony PlayStation Store. Yeah, it's on sale on Steam as well. It's actually a pretty good sale. But at least without hardware modifications, well, actually, no. Even if you modded your PlayStation, you would still have to have you'd have to go through some PlayStation specific store. I'm sure there's a pirate option for PlayStation, but again, you'd have to mod it. Let me get rid of this. I need more residential. The faster I can build up residential, the faster I can start making some money. But yeah, Epic is Windows only. Steam is for Windows, Mac, Linux. For any of the consoles, whether it's Xbox, so PlayStation or Switch, you have to go through their specific stores. Theoretically, that could be considered a monopoly, but that's for the legal department to decide. You'd have to look that up. I do not own a PlayStation 4. It also changes periodically. Because, fun fact, a lot of those updates and security fixes are actually just the manufacturer. Yay, we now have taxes. Y'all need to start paying your taxes. I need my money. Just bump everything up to 10%. So yeah, how you end up modding a PlayStation or any console does change over time. And it's often gets to be very convoluted. I've seen on, like, I think it's the Switch at one point had a glitch where you could take control of it and install a new pirate operating system via, like, the controller. So you would, like, mod the controller, and then that would inject the code. Game is too realistic. They're committing... Well, it's not that they're committing tax evasion, it's just I have no tax collecting bureaucracy. You can't say they're evading taxes if the taxes aren't being asked. But there is no tax evasion in the city. Here we know why we pay our taxes, and we actually get something for it. Unlike in real life. Yay! I was helping a streamer learn flying in MFS, by the way. Ooh! I still want to play MFS. I just... Watching you, like, I can tell it's so complicated. And it's just like, I think it might be more than what I would be interested in. Okay, so let's have this be residential. I'm just gonna make this all residential. And I'm intentionally trying to make them pretty compact. Just because I only have this one tile for a while. Not enough money. Of course I don't have enough money. You'd want to use the stock Airbus A320, which does look like all the flight prep work. Okay. Yeah, if that's the case, then... Oh no! Why is that popping up? Yeah. I still want to give it a go at some point. It just... It looks very, very complicated. By the way, is there a 737 MAX 8 that blows out the door in MFS? Is that a thing yet? Knowing the internet, I'm sure if that's not a thing yet, it'll quickly be a thing. And also, fucking hell, Boeing. Remind me never to fly on a Boeing again. Have a good day, gotta go. Have a good day yourself, Dougie. Hopefully you can get this amazing game in some way. And for the record, I fly 737-700, not the plane that Alaska was operating. Oh no, I've got trash. And I can't afford a dump. I'll probably just put the landfill like right over here on this street. I'm gonna bump the taxes up another %. I need money. Yeah, I wonder... I keep hoping this is going to end the FAA's laziness of, oh, we'll just let the manufacturers certify themselves. Yeah, that's killed people. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate the follow. Once the FFA gets riled up, they go hard. Yeah, but it... Oh, apparently I jumped at just the right time for the celebration. That... I've never seen that before. I've never gotten points. I don't know. I'm sure the FAA does a lot of work, but over the last few years, it really seems like they're not. While all the 737 MAX 9s are grounded, it seems like that's more of a... it doesn't seem like that's a requirement. It doesn't seem like that's a regulatory... Yeah, there we go. That word. Requirement rather than just the industry doing it. So I'm not willing to give the FFA credit for that. Also, I'm impressed that the water just like is not reaching the river yet. I do like that it kind of gives an outline. I assume that's just pollution. The DC-10 earned a bad rap for being a dangerous aircraft when in reality is because airlines were cutting corners. That's fair. And that's definitely a thing. I was reading a lot of previous 737s have had issues due to steel fatigue or metal fatigue. So that's definitely valid, and I was also reading that a company called Spirit Aerolines, I believe, not affiliated with Spirit Airlines, but a very similar sounding company, is the one that actually installed the plug. So, yeah, Spirit Airlines. So, yeah, it may not be Boeing, but Boeing's name is on the plane. So, of course, that's where everybody's going to look for first. Especially considering the history Boeing has had recently. Yeah, the NTSB, I have no qualms about them. They do good work. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen some documentaries about the work they do, and how the plane that got the passenger plane that got shot down by Russians in Ukraine back, I want to say it was like circa 2016, 2015. I was watching a documentary on that, and the number of parts they found and painstakingly put back together was just phenomenal. Like, those people must have really enjoyed jigsaw puzzles growing up. How much do I need for a landfill? I need 5,000. Time warp! And it'll definitely be interesting to see what the cause was. Whether it... I was also reading, this is from the AP, that specific plane used to do a Hawaii run, and even though it was like brand new, I think it was certified in November this past year, it had already developed several faults to the point where Alaska Airlines stopped running it over water. So that makes me wonder, like, okay, it was a brand new plane, has enough faults that they didn't want to run it over water. That sounds like a manufacturing defect rather than maintenance, but also American Air or Alaska Airlines, I feel, should have done something else. Let me see if I can find that exact line. Um... Dear AP, I don't give a shit about the Golden Globes. Looks like a lot of United Airlines is saying that they found a lot of loose bolts and other issues on their Max 9s. Um, yeah, here we go. Here we go. The Boeing jetliner that suffered an in-flight blowout over Oregon was not being used for flights to Hawaii after a warning light that could have indicated pressurization problem lit up on 3 different flights. Alaska Airlines decided to restrict the aircraft from long flights over the water so the plane could return very quickly to an airport if the warning light reappeared. Um, The chair of the NTSB, Jennifer Helmendy, cautioned that the pressurization light might be unrelated to the Friday incident. The warning light came on during 3 previous flights on December 7th, January 3rd, and January 4th, the day before the plug broke off. Yeah. On a brand new aircraft, I think it was delivered in November. Okay, the FAA did order the grounding of all Max 9s. And they have found the missing door plug now. So that'll help them determine what the cause was. Flight Channel. I've never heard of that group. Bob. Fucking Bob. I'll have to search for that. Do you mind DMing me that name? The Flight Channel? Because there's no way I'll remember. Fucking Bob. Okay, I'm gonna change this to commercial. Just because people are too close to the pollution. But excuse me. Oh, can this cover everyone? Just about. Boom. I was gonna make a joke. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, anyone with high anxiety, like anyone I know with high anxiety, I'm not bringing it up. Just because, especially like Rose and Owen, I don't want to bring it up with them because they've already had bad experiences with flights. Like, I'm pretty sure if Amtrak was halfway decent, they would never take a plane ever again. Oh wait, I need to check pollution. Let me change this to commercial. Just having that so close to my only water source makes me a little bit concerned. I never found what the cause was. I tried searching for documentation on it and never found anything. But yeah, I think there was an engine issue, and the worst of it was they kept saying, like, heads down, or keep your head down, keep your head down, keep your head down. And that really hit up both of their anxieties. And it kind of seemed to be a bit of a non-issue. But again, I wasn't there. I have no idea. It seems like it was into the landing. So it may have been they weren't sure if they were gonna get to the runway. And yeah, I'm sure that is like one of the most trained for things in aviation. But the way it was just constantly repeated, it set off both of their anxieties. The concern for bracing was the plane was landing faster than it should. Okay. I would have assumed that I would have assumed it'd be the other way around, going too slow and like stalling or something. Because I've always assumed that the jet engines are, or the braking, like wheel brakes, are used more for stopping on a plane. But fuck if I know. I'll be the first to admit, I don't know shit about aviation. Actually, that's not true. I know a little bit, but I would not consider myself an expert in anything aviation related. But yeah, and I think there was like there were multiple flight issues, and one of them had an engine failure, one of them was something else, and we determined that it was probably an engine failure. But I never could find any documentation about it, and then anymore I don't even know the flight number. I don't even know where they were flying out of, if it was local. I think it would have been like Chicago. Because they're not as anal about flying directly as I am. But fuck if I know. Oh, I was going to ask you on the link I sent you about Jehovah's... No, not Jehovah's Witness. The Church of Scientology being sued under RICO. I don't know much about RICO. I know it's like for crime. Yeah, Church of Scientology. I know it's like for large industrial crime groups, like mafias and whatnot. But I know Legal Eagle has a saying like, it's never Rico. So I'm curious, when does Rico apply? Would this be a valid time? And like, I'm just curious your thoughts, because you're like the best person I have to ask about that. And if you want to hop into, well, yeah, if you want to hop into a chat, a voice chat sometime to talk about it. I was actually thinking it would be something you could cover on World of Woocraft, but I think you're on your break for that. I think you're on your season break, or mid-season break. Oh, I need more money, and I need more people, and I need more... I don't cover the Church of Scientology, and that's an area I don't have a lot of know-how on. Okay. That is valid. Let's do that. And I'm gonna just intentionally leave some open space for bigger buildings. People are starting to realize I do not have any police. Church of Scientology has a lot of pull in LA. Ah, that makes sense, yeah. I actually heard about this possible lawsuit, because I don't think it's been filed yet, on a podcast called The Skeptic's Guide to the Universe. And one of the co-hosts on it, one of the co-hosts did mention that the Church of Scientology is like a major force in LA because of Hollywood. And they work really hard to attract those big name celebrities. And yeah, that definitely makes sense. Are we eventually gonna... I assume eventually this trail will get down to the river. And eventually I'm gonna break open this lake and have some hydropower going down. Of all the time I've played this game, I've never been in an instance where I've actually been able to effectively use hydropower. So I really want to do that for this. I might set this up as like a little park area as well. Because I'm not seeing anything else too interesting. I guess there's this area I could also, once I clean up the pollution, I could make into a park. Okay, tiny town. We now have park areas. Okay. So with that, I've got an influx of money. Like I said, I'm gonna make this into kind of a park. Kent. This will be Kent grounds. No, we need more water. How do I actually build one of these campgrounds again? So let's build a school. Hey kids, you ready for school? The greatest irony of Rico is that it's the greatest champion of all time. Is that its greatest champion at the time of inception would later be charged with it? Oh my god, tell me more. I love irony. Also, Catherine Crick, I don't think I know that name. Rudy Giuliani. Ah. I'm guessing the... Ooh, out of power. I'm guessing the election fraud is what he's being charged for Rico. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Do you by chance have distribute World of Woocraft as a podcast? Of course they're being brigaded. Ah, don't you just love cults? Yeah, I've discovered I'm much more able to do, especially long-form content as audio podcasts. Because then I can just, I can listen to it while I'm on my commute or while I'm at work. Because I'll listen to, like, upwards of 6 hours of podcasts every night at work. So I have plenty of time for podcasts, but not much time for video. As much as I really want to avoid pollution, I'm not sure I'm gonna get to that point. Oh my god. Wait, 40 megawatts. So I'd need 5 wind turbines. That's, let's say 35,000. Yeah, wind turbines are a lot more expensive. 700 a week. But they are cheaper. Okay, that makes sense. I guess let's just keep adding wind turbines. I know at least YouTube used to have an RSS feed for every channel that they didn't tell anyone about it, but you could discover it through like an RSS feed finder. I don't know if that still works. And I don't know if I can put that into a podcast app. I'm just like, RSS needs to come back. Praise the RSS. Plaza, other part. Major. The other problem is that only certain videos can be uploaded publicly. Anything by Teal or Spirit Science goes under Patreon. For what it's worth, and I guess if you wanted to, if it was extra work, Patreon does have private feed or podcast feed authorization. Anyway, they have the ability to do a private feed that in order to access it, you have to be a patron. I don't know if that's something you'd be interested in, but I have a lot of podcasts I listen to that do that. Like they'll have their main feed, but then they'll have a patron feed that's like ad-free and maybe has extra stuff in it. And I totally get wanting to avoid the false DMCAs. That is one of the things that really pisses me off about YouTube. YouTube and Google in general do not seem to give a fuck about false DMCAs. And it's just like, as a content, I don't know how people do YouTube for a living, dealing with frequent fake or false DMCA takedowns. That would be so painful, like putting in all that work in for writing, editing, all the research, and just, oh, here's a false DMCA. And I know that's the point of doing false DMCAs, is to silence criticism. Yeah, it takes time, it takes money. It really sucks, and it doesn't seem like YouTube gives a damn if somebody does a false DMCA notice. So you're effectively incentivized to do as many DMCA takedowns as possible. If some are wrong, oh well, but you might get some. And YouTube Slice, I love it. I mean, I love Slap, and it feels like it's kind of the same thing. But, of course, we don't have a national Slap. Or national anti-slap law. And I guess if you lived in like California somewhere with a strong anti-slap law, you could use that, but again, you'd have to put money behind it, and I don't know if you would sue YouTube or what. And that just gets into so much drama. So I totally get why you do those through Patreon. That would be a complication. So I'm guessing the lawsuit would be, you would file against John Doe and you'd ask YouTube in discovery for the identity of the person. And you'd basically have to subpoena YouTube to get their information for you to sue them. I assume that's how it'd go? Oh, okay. Okay. So you would use the DMCA. Okay. so people can't legally hide when they do a DMCA. Okay, that, for a law I really hate, that does make a nice safeguard. And that does kind of get back to something I was getting to, is there's a lot of automated DMCA takedowns that are just clearly, obviously wrong. And theoretically, like, you have to have a person. It can't be automated, I think. You have to have a person saying that, yes, I solemnly swear that this is whatever. That this is mine. But you can't have a program do that. Actually, I don't have water pipes over here, and I don't have the money for water pipes over here right now. Alright. So there's our park entrance. I'm just gonna kind of make a path through. Ah, this needs water, damn it. That doesn't help. There, that's enough. Yeah, I don't blame you. I guess theoretically you could set up like an LLC and give the LLC's information, but kind of protect your personal information behind it. But because I know Owen uses some sort of a special company to protect his information from Jehovah's Witnesses. But I am not a lawyer. I do not know this information. Okay, since I have water pipes down here, I might as well just do that now. What? Oh, I don't have a fire department. I need 15,000s. So, things I need. I need more electricity. I need a middle school. I need a fire department. I need... Did I mention I need more electricity? And then I need public transit. Hello, Brad. How's it going? Also, forming an LLC would effectively mean the end of any anonymity I have. I know there's a way to kind of hide yourself. If you talk to Owen, he might have some information, because I know that's what he did. Found a random shiny Orico. Nice! We do love a good random shiny. And Orikoro, that is one I've wanted to shine in Pokemon Go for the longest time, and just have never gotten. I don't even know if it's possible. Just because Pokemon Go has some weird shiny locks. But honestly, all of Orikoro's, eh. The Pom Pom one does not have a good shiny. I don't like that shiny. Otherwise, eh. Okay, so the red and the pink Hulu ones are good. The other two are not as good, in my opinion. Have the pink one, not okay. That's a good one. I kind of forget that other Orikoros exist because in Pokemon Go, all I see are the Pom Pom ones. But I'm sure one day I will find a non-Pom Pom Orikoro. What the fuck is Pokemon Refresh? Oh. Okay. Honestly, this town is developing pretty well, all things considered. Garbage is about 15% full. Let me kick these people out. Make this commercialization. And then this'll be industrial. And I'll have pretty clear areas for commercial and industrial versus residential. Ugh, more power. Honestly, I keep wishing I could get into Scarlet and Violet, because I'm sure that's the direction Pokemon's gonna go. But I'm not feeling it. And I don't know a good way to get... Like, I can't force myself to enjoy it. And I feel like that's one of my problems. I want to enjoy it. How are we doing on water? Okay, I do need more water at some point. I don't even know what direction this river flows in. That's me with Breath of the Wild. I want to enjoy it, but every time I play, I just don't. Yeah, like... I actually did kind of start to enjoy Breath of the Wild this past year, but I put it down and never picked it back up. And it's like, everyone around me loves it, and I totally see the appeal for it, but I think one of my big problems with it is the fact that it's third person only. Like in Skyrim or Fallout, for instance, I am in first person exclusively. I never go into third person view. And I'm playing Fortnite with LF and others. I've gotten better at doing third person, but I still much prefer first person. Okay, we're starting to get... Hello, Xano. Thank you for popping in. Hello, Forbit. How's your 2024 train, yeah? Let's go that. That can be some commercial, some residential. It's amazing how much money I don't have right now. Like, I'm used to in my other playthrough that I started while I was on vacation, I have so much money and so much built up. And this playthrough feels like it's going a lot slower. But I also have to remember that this city uses a lot more electricity because it's in a cold environment. One of my long-term priorities is to use these heating elements. Because that's gonna... Once I can get heating through steam pipes, that's gonna cut down my electricity usage a lot. It's going decently enough, just working and moving along as usual. That's a big same for me. 2024 started off with a lot of work drama. And I am already done with the drama. Like, I don't want to deal with drama this year. But I'm also making an effort to stream more. I mentioned this last week. I'm gonna try very hard to have I think Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, Wednesday, every other Friday. Something like that. Where I'm streaming maybe not every day, but at least every other day. Every other Friday I've got D&D, so at least that's not gonna be doable. But I might try for streaming every other Friday when I don't D&D, or doing a stream like on Thursdays or something. Downloading City Skylines, nice! Do you do any modding of City Skylines? Or do you just play vanilla? As with most games, I mod. I very much mod. I've actually cut down on the number of City Skylines mods I have, just because a lot of them were no longer being supported. And just were causing a lot of issues. But I think I've got my mod list pared down to the essentials. I've heard City Skylines 2 isn't as good. I've heard that as well, and it really does not surprise me, nor does it worry me. I haven't bought Cities 2 yet, but I will eventually. Because Cities 1... When did Cities 1 come out? Cities 1 came out in 2015, so it has had 7 years of work behind it. It has had 7 years of both free updates as well as paid DLCs, which I've got. I have all of the paid major DLCs. I have not bought a lot of the radio stations, nor will I, probably. Because if I'm not streaming, I'm gonna have like YouTube or something up, or a podcast. And if I am streaming, I need to be very careful about what music I play. So I don't see much value in doing the music stations. I did actually used to have a mod that added Pokemon music. I might go back and try to get that. See if it's been updated. See if it still works. On the mods, if you've got it through Steam, the Steam Workshop makes it painfully easy. Like, I don't have it set up for OBS, but it's literally, you go to the Steam Workshop, you find a mod you like, hit subscribe. Odds are it should work. At least read the comments, see what people are saying, see if people are having issues with it. But a lot of them will say, like, updated for, update whatever. And if it's been updated for 1.17, it'll work. I've even got some mods that haven't been updated since 1.15. And they work just fine. So it kind of varies on what the mod is doing. And whether the code it interacts with has been changed. I need 15,000. But honestly, as monopolistic as Steam has gotten, it has made game modding and game acquisition so much easier that I would not want to go back to a pre-Steam world. Yeah, definitely check out the Steam Workshop. If nothing else, just to see what is available. Now, let me add some more industry here. Okay. Got enough money for a fire department. Crap. And my city is big enough. One fire department is not enough. And we're out of water. Let me put the next water tower here. Actually, I kind of want to save this for more power generation. Yeah, that'll work. Just random spot where I already have water piping. Oh crap. I need more electricity than what a couple of wind turbines will provide. A maximum of 8. Guess I only need 2? Is that enough? It's definitely heating is the problem. Oh. Seriously, you need power too? There. You now have power. Now you guys have water. Yeah, heating is the problem. I use so much electricity on heating right now. Okay, that... One more wind turbine will get me past where when I'm peaking at power usage. When it gets really cold. But I don't have the money for that right now. Okay, I'll actually get the heating plants soon. $80 megawatts for sun and 20. Geothermal's better. It's cheaper. Else, I need a high school. Yeah, I might give Breath of the Wild another go. I might give Pokemon Scarlet and Violet another go. But this year, I really want to finish up some games that I've had unfinished that I just dropped for whatever reason. I want to finish the Shiny Lock. I want to finish the Sword and Shield Shiny playthrough that I started almost a year ago. 2024 is gonna be the year where I finally finish a damn game. That is my goal. Okay, so we've got buses, we've got trams. Got more road options. Okay. So, my first goal is gonna be to build the geothermal heating plant. I need 68,000 for that. But that's gonna cut down on so much power usage. Like, these guys are complaining about not having power right now. I don't really care. Because I'm hoping I can just ignore them until I can fix the core problem. That said, I do need to expand further. something like that. And grid it out. Gonna leave a little bit of empty space for like parks and whatnot. I realize this is using all the money I wanted to use on the geothermal power plant, or the geothermal water heater. And that does pain me, but there's just not much I can do about it right now. It's also going to spike my power usage as well. That's another thing I'm not looking forward to. Just this is not accomplishing anything I want, but it is getting me more people. Just building out an entire massive neighborhood. Yeah. Excuse me. And on my other playthrough, I actually went through and just... like, right now, I'm putting down pipes as I build the roads. On my other playthrough, I started just... as soon as I buy a tile, I just put water pipes down everywhere. And just build a massive grid of water piping. It's something I don't have to worry about. At some point I should probably turn this into a roundabout, but I'm not seeing traffic problems developing quite yet. And honestly, I really don't expect any traffic issues for a while. Enjoy your lurk, LF. I know I'm late on that. Yeah, I really don't expect traffic issues until I get to high density. And by then, hopefully I have enough public transit that I can kind of keep traffic down. $50,000. There's so much I need money for. Yeah, that's gonna cost me more money, but not having to build up more power infrastructure is gonna save me even more money. Extra insulation. I wish some of these said like exactly how much they cost, but maybe they vary. I don't know. while I wait for my money to build back up, let me build out some more of this park. I've never built a park this early into the game. There can only be one main park. Okay, but I can have a side gate. That. That. Put up a few campfire sets. Just kind of dot some stuff around. This can be a source of income. So I really want to try to get this going. Make it something people want to visit. Yeah, we've got people coming in now. Oh, this doesn't even have to be on the road. Cool. We've got a little kind of a beach here. Just gonna make a line of picnic tables. Some picnic baskets. And each of the campfire sites is going to have this wood pile nearby. Okay, and then I've got some kayaks I want to put in the water. And basically none of these cost that much. And they could end up making me quite a bit of money in improving the park. So I really don't see a reason to not go out. It might be a small profit, but profit is a profit. Okay, let me unregister all that. Build more industrial. I'm gonna have to find a way to increase my industrial capacity here soon. I can do that. That'll work. Put those down. Put that down. I think police station. I don't have enough money to move the police station. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade this to be a main road. Just because I can see it having traffic issues on this road in the future. And time warp. Don't have any demand for zones right now. Crap, I've got dead bodies. So I need a cemetery, I need public transit, I need steam heating, I need a high school. And I don't have money for any of that. Ah, good grief. Okay, that's actually starting to make a pretty sizable profit. Oh, look at that, little fire's going. It's a shame you don't see people actually sitting at the fire. Brett, I think, had mentioned earlier about Cities 2 being worse, and while that's probably true right now, the thing that Cities 2 has going for it is they're building it from the ground up with lessons they learned from Cities 1. So things like being able to see, and you can see people walking up to the campfire, see them going away, but you don't see them actually at the campfire. I would expect at a certain point little things like that to get added into Cities 2. And I imagine there's probably engine issues that keep that from being a thing in this game. But TLDR is, Cities 2, they can build from the ground up with lessons learned. And they don't have to worry about mod or DLC compatibility. Basically, they can feel free to break things and have a hard break point that they really couldn't do with just building on the original game. And if I had to guess, that would be my guess for why they came out with a sequel instead of just continuing to build on the first game. Okay, I can get a cemetery. Let's put the cemetery here. Sorry, people who live there. Okay, we are starting to get some traffic issues developing. Let me build a roundabout here. That should help immensely. Honestly, blot that out and then just have this connect directly to the roundabout. That's gonna improve traffic a lot. Right there. Turn off easy mode. Really, they're more commercial. More industrial. Build out like to here. I need to be careful because I've got water there. I've kind of hemmed in my industrial in a really bad way. Guess I could just go further down. Hopefully that water is far enough away. Landfill. Yay! Level 2 park. Cool. Alright, there's a second landfill. I think a lot of these are abandoned due to electricity issues, would be my guess. Let me set that up as an actual roundabout. Starting to get some traffic building up again. I guess what I could do is put in a toll booth here. Yeah, let me do that. One-way toll booth. Then I just need to rebuild the roundabout. Hi, kitty. Let's see how well that works. That should be fine. And that gets me charging everyone coming in. Hey, you wanna jump up? Little kitty. Hi, kitty. Alright, I'm gonna build more residential. Just fill all this out. I need 68,000. I'm nowhere near that 68,000. Fuck. It's... I honestly do not see a point to the median roads. It doesn't seem like there's ever a point to building them. They take up the exact same amount of space as a large road and end up providing you with less, typically. And there's less options. There's less stuff you can build with them. Medium roads definitely seem to be an afterthought. And I can't say I ever see a point to building them. Alright, let me finally move my police station so I can upgrade this road. There we go. Something like that. Now I just have everyone piling into this one lane. I also have just no money. Yeah, sorry, I know you guys don't have electricity. I have no money. We're both lacking in things. I'm just gonna keep the park going as is. Seems to be doing pretty well. But yeah, people are not happy with the lack of electricity. That, I think, is gonna be a limiting factor for a while. If I get the loan... Yeah, let's go ahead and take that. That just gets me this right away. And I don't even have to worry about waiting. And as I get more money, I can slowly build this out. So electricity consumption is about 120, 130, let's say, peaking at 130. Be curious to see what it ends up at. We'll just slowly inch our way across the city. It doesn't appear that this has any effect on the streets. I do have to say that does kind of surprise and sadden me. I totally would have expected, you know, having hot pipes running under the streets might thaw them a little bit, but I guess that would defeat the purpose of building the street maintenance building. So that's 26, 25? Looks like we're already getting... using more heating than I'm producing. That's really worrying. I thought I would be able to use a lot more heating. So definitely not a one-hit wonder. I guess another question is if I focus on the industrial side, if that just kind of takes the edge off. I've never actually done a winter map. I chose a winter map because I wanted the difficulty, and I'm definitely seeing where the difficulty lies. And something I really want to see for Cities 2 is maps that can be both wintry and temperate. I'd really like to see, like, transitional maps. Okay, y'all need to start learning how to use multiple lanes. That seems to be helping at least a little bit. They're still wanting to focus on one specific lane. But at least I've got them using one lane each. Yay, the sewage is finally hitting the water. Oh god, I'm out of water. That works. Another sewage. Just dump raw sewage down. Apparently I'm just not allowed to build there. That's apparently a thing. Sure, that'll work. Okay, so we now have a second sewage treatment facility, i.e. just dump it down the the hillside. It is nighttime. How's the heating? Oh, heating's doing good so far. I'm gonna save some money by not building in some areas. At least waiting to build if I don't have to build it. The heating pipes. They are pricey. So this is a bit of a meandering path, but I'm hoping it helps get garbage collection out over here. Oh no! Fuck, that's the problem. Have I unlocked an incinerator yet? I have not. If I turn that off, I'm at least saving some money. Let's make this 2-lane. I really want to try to get people using both lanes. If I can. They really want to use that one lane.
Astrologists report that a devastating meteor will strike the city in the near future.
You have
Residents should
got to be
immediately
kidding
if any
me.
is available.
Alright, I am not building my high school. High progress. You're about to see my town get obliterated.
A meteor strike has occurred. Avoid the impact site and head to shelter if any is available.
That pisses me off. Oh, just a bullseye. I mean, there's empty space, but no. Honestly, this game, City Skylines, is worth it. It's a great game. Like other Paradox games, buy them in chunks. Don't look at it as the full value upfront cost. Buy the nickel and diming DLCs as you want them. Ah. That is just painful. Having fun on Lethal Company trying to be itself. What is Lethal Company? I've seen you playing it, but I know nothing of it. God, the amount of destruction. Jump scare scavenging game. That is an interesting combination of words. You know, I kind of don't want to rebuild and just leave this as a crater. Kind of leave it as a memorial to all the people who got just destroyed. Yeah. Yeah? I mean, there's some memorial buildings, like, there's a specific asteroid memorial. Yeah, here we are. Meteorite Park. Probably build that, like, right here. Beyond that, like, you can't really... I guess I could expand Kent Marsh into this park. But I don't know if that would get rid of the housing and whatnot over here. That is brutal. That's gonna stay for posterity's sake. I guess this is as good a time as any to build a disaster relief. Flipping between this and national championship. Ooh, what kind of championships? And I assume by national you mean US, but not all always 100%. College football. Ooh. I don't think there's... I'm gonna think of it. Since I've been alive, there's not really been a team I've cared about in the championships. Like my hometown university, they're big on, hey, we won the national championships multiple times. And I'm like, you haven't done that shit since I was born. Like, y'all are so up on being the champions in the 90s. Entire generations have come and gone. Nebraska, yeah. Yeah, Nebraska was like one of the big schools back in the 90s, and then they just completely lost it. And we're so proud. We were champions multiple years. A generation ago. Actually, our volleyball team is really good. Our volleyball team is worth the pride. Yeah, that... I'll admit, driving in that traffic was rubbish. I hated going to work that night because the traffic. But yeah, we got UNO, UNL, and UNK all played each other. And then I think they had like some... Yeah, they had a concert. I don't remember who. They filled up the stadium, filled up the grass. It was definitely a good... What ticks me off about it is it was the biggest women's sporting, the highest attendance women's sporting event in the world ever. Bigger than any Olympics event, bigger than any championship event. And it what pisses me off is that it barely even tips the scales for men's events. Women's sports definitely deserves a lot more credit, and that's one of the reasons I love cheering for the volleyball team. Is they actually deserve the money that the football team doesn't. And yet the football team gets the money anyways. Honestly, I didn't even hear about it until I saw the traffic. And I'm like, why the fuck is there so much traffic? It's a random ass fucking night. Why am I seeing Manhattan level traffic? And then I found out that they were getting a world record. I'm like, okay. That's cool. The public transit system sucks here. We need much better public transit. There's 1% discrepancy. I remember the NCAA basketball tourney a couple years ago. Oh, that would have been, yeah. Yeah, shit like that. Like, at least give them the exact same equipment. There's no reason you need multiple facilities. Give them the exact same. But it also gets into, like, attendance and advertising revenue. Like, advertisers just do not advertise or do not pay the same to advertise on women's sports. Championships are not the same. It's societal sexism. Systemic sexism. But yeah, go Nebraska! We've got a world record. And it's not corn related. And that was corn with a C. So, I want to get the high school going. I really need to build that high school. It's gonna be 30,000. Something stereotypical white girl sport of volleyball. I mean, yeah, but it's also basketball, soccer, or if you're in the rest of the world, football. Like, it's not just volleyball. It's all women's sports are treated less than men's. Even when it's like baseball, basketball, soccer, sports that are basically identical, men to women, the women's teams are almost universally treated worse. Whether it's funding, equipment, viewership. And it's not just in the US either. I want to say it was the FIFA Women's World Cup. Had some big sport football program in the EU. Had just this massive scandal when the women's teams were like, we're not going to bother with this tournament. We're not being paid like we should be. That's another thing, like, I don't understand why. I've never understood why women don't play baseball, they play softball. Why volleyball is effectively women's only. I don't understand why some sports are men only, like American football, and some, like volleyball, are women's only. I've never understood that. I'm gonna rename this to Crater Street. And that's hitting on something that's common for all women's sports.
Warning. Experts predict an earthquake could hit the area soon.
Well, let's see. What other part of the city is going to get wrecked?
An earthquake is occurring. Don't panic and wait for help if you are in the affected area.
Okay, that's not quite a bullseye. But that's been an issue with like gymnastics, women's soccer. I keep wanting to say women's football. But women's soccer. I haven't really seen it for basketball, but especially like the outdoors and gymnastics, that's just a constant thing of shorter shorts. Their uniforms get much more micromanaged than men's. And it's just like, no, give them the same outfits. And I don't know how true this is, but I remember watching some expose on this for gymnastics, where some guys were saying like, oh, they wear the same outfits as the women, only the men get to wear pants over top the leotards. And I'm just like, okay, so then what the fuck is the point of why do one group get to wear pants and the others don't? Should be the same. Yeah. The standards are very weird. And again, systemic sexism. Y'all should not be stopping when you're in the fucking roundabout. You have 8 lanes. Use them. Actually, I know what I can do to help improve this. Boom. And that. Take my ad pennies. Your ad pennies are appreciated. Okay. Actually, I could do that. I really need to improve this corridor. Let's see how well that does. If you have to circle around a few times, that's fine. I don't care. And honestly, I don't really watch much sports anyways. So I can't say like, oh, I'm gonna boycott this. I'm boycotting so much shit just out of laziness. but it's very noticeable, and actually, it's not even just sports. Like, all women's clothing is like, no matter what age, like, shorts are vastly different sizes between women and men. Even when you're like a kid. And it's just weird. And I can't say I'm a fan of it. That's a whole nother soapbox. And I've actually been streaming longer than I planned to. I think I'm gonna start wrapping up, because I was planning to go till 7:30, and it is now past 7:30. So yeah, let's call this good. We've got heating. Oh hey, level 3. We've got the start of a town. Don't know. I'll probably try to stream tomorrow. If I do stream tomorrow, it'll probably be some Pokemon. Maybe even some Fortnite. I wouldn't mind doing some Fortnite. Anyway, thank you so much for popping in. Thank you so much for the discussion's progress. Let's see who there is to raid. Ooh, body. Actually got a BRB screen up right now. That is fine. So yeah, I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow. Try to get back into regular streaming. If I can get consistently streaming, I'll start setting up the Twitch schedule again. But as always, watch the Discord, watch the Mastodon. I post whenever I go live. And hopefully we can make some progress in Pokemon again. Until next time, take it easy.